I'm eating pizza. Alright. This is how it works, okay? This is the format. Timer in the top left, 1 hour. Random name generator of all the objects, all the starting objects in Blender. This is a new series that I'm doing that I'm super excited about. It's going to be a whole load of fun. Just basically got 1 hour to change a random object, beginner object in Blender into anything. It can literally be anything, but something cool. But within 1 hour, I can't research beforehand. I can do anything inside Blender. I can look at reference images, but not before the 1 hour starts. And basically just make something cool. Yeah, so we're gonna do it right now. So my face is really bright because of the screen, but that's fine. So we're gonna go with. So these are all the ones that I've started with. So we're gonna randomize it, and whatever one's on the top is the one we start with. Wait, 1 sec. Okay, no, don't worry. Icosphere was the one. I'm just checking because I did a test one before, and it was Icosphere as well. So I was just checking that it just actually randomizes it, but the second one was Cube or something. So we'll go with the first one, Icosphere. So now we can get rid of that, so my face is not so bright. We can move this here, so we can read chat. And get my nice bold head. So I've got the, so I have the Blender file up here, and we're going to start very soon. Okay. So we're going to make an icosphere quick, just before we start. Shift, icosphere. Here's our sphere, and this is it. So I literally don't even know. I don't know what I'm going to create. So let's do it. Scroll down a bit. Start. Scroll back up. Hopefully that's. Yep. Okay. Rough. Shit. Okay. So I done the webcam for this because I wanted to show sort of my emotions as I go through. Probably be rushing quite a lot at the end. Alright, let's go. Okay, what am I gonna make? So the rules are that I can't take this out. I can't just like delete this and do another object. This icosphere has to be in the end product. I can add other objects over it, on top of it, somewhere in the model. Somewhere in the model, this icosphere needs to still be there. So alright, let's do it. Okay. So I'm gonna scale up first because it's a little bit small, and then I'm gonna make a new collection. So I'm intending for this to be, you know, more entertainment than educational, but also it does strike a bit of education too, because as you go through, I'll be using techniques in Blender that you may not have thought of before, or that you might learn, might not have seen before, and I'll go through some struggles and stuff that I try to fix. And I have to actually fix it pretty quick because I've only got 1 hour to do this. So, so what I'm doing here is I'm just making a background. I've just already decided in this render I want to make like something with a nice colored background, something sort of NFT style, art style background, product render backgrounds basically. So we're gonna make a little plane here, and we're gonna take this Control B. So I'll try and go through what I'm doing, try to talk through, but bear in mind I've only got 1 hour to make something, so I'm not gonna be able to stop to fully explain stuff, but I will talk through what I'm doing. And I also I'd like to add like a keyboard tracker that tracks like what I'm doing, so it's easier to follow on what I'm pressing at the exact time without me having to say, you know, constantly. Alright, so one sec. This is eating up my time. Alright. Look. Okay, let's continue. Right, need to add a camera. So light, no, not light, camera. Alright, I'm actually like, I feel like can't remember how to do anything because I'm under pressure. Okay, as you can see, it's a bit large. Yeah, we are a bit large, aren't we? Let's get it down. Why not? Yeah, that's fine. Maybe I went a bit too big. Yeah, that's fine. Something like this is kind of cool. And then we're going to scale this in like that. We're going to go... Let's start modeling. How long do I have? 56 minutes. Okay. I can eat some pizza then. Let's think. I could add like... What could be quite cool is if I right click it. So I have no research beforehand. Obviously as the weeks go on, things might get... I might accidentally have some inspiration, you know, from stuff that I've seen on Pinterest, scrolling and stuff. Or I might get like a bit subconscious, some like subconscious inspiration. I should be recording this, my bad. Yeah, so going along, I might have like accidental inspiration, like subconscious, based on stuff that I've looked at through the week and things. But that's why I came up with the idea of having a random object, because if I've seen some render on Pinterest of some cool objects or something that are like, oh yeah, you know, that's cool, and then I come to do this challenge, I might subconsciously make something similar. But that's why I've done the random object thing, because then it's kind of like it makes it harder to let's say I saw a cool render of like a skateboard or something, but if I get like a icosphere or something, it's gonna be quite hard to change that. So as I could use the icosphere as the wheels, but like that's like stretching it a bit. So basically, to try and make it as organic as possible, basically as soon as I press the starting timer, I go and I kind of have to think of things on the spot. So what I'm thinking now is there's a couple of things I could try. Select all the faces, press subdivide, and we could try and add a wireframe. That's what I'm thinking. Right, you know, get some sort of like, I don't know, some chasm sort of thing. Is it a chasm? Is that what it is? I don't know. I can make like, See, this is quite cool. I like this. So with this now, I can change the thickness, make it like thicker, thinner, like nice and thin. Offset, what does that do? I don't know. Just moves it. Boundary, what does that do? This is just pressing buttons that I've never really pressed before. I've only really just added a wireframe and changed the thickness. Okay. So maybe a little bit more thick than that. Yeah, like that. Less than that. Maybe I'll subdivide too, to give it a sort of circular vibe. If I add that beforehand, what does that do? I don't even know how I did that. Wait. Hide it? What does that even do? It's kind of hard. Oh, it just adds another layer of like... Oh, that's kind of cool. I mean, I did it by accident, but it actually looks really cool. Completely by accident, but... So this is the things that I'd like, you know... Like, I was really excited to do this, because there's like stuff like... I wouldn't even... Like this, like I've just completely accidentally made this sort of pattern thing. I don't even know what this is. Like, I'd never do this normally, because I'd always be doing like stuff that's... I usually do stuff that's like already existing, like existing products and things. Are we locked? Yeah, we're locked. Okay. So, I like this. So, what I can do from here is I could make it big, put something inside of it, or I could, you know, like have one, like something around the outside, like a ring or something, maybe a couple rings. That could be quite cool. So I like this so far. I like what we're doing here. Let's try the ring thing. We can make like a planet sort of vibe. Yeah, let's do that. So we're sticking quite true to the icosphere. But in like following weeks, I can completely change the object, but I can't delete the object. So I can like extrude the faces and the vertices and the edges to make it look quite a lot different. But as long as the original object is in there, I just like that idea that the original faces of the object is still in there. It doesn't have to exactly reflect the original object, just the fact that it's in the model. But this one does reflect the original object quite a lot. I forgot to add that in. Okay. That's too bright now, was it? Too hot too. Oh, I got a shock. You bastard. Got a shock from my radiator, the bastard. Right, let's check. Yeah. Can you hear? Is the audio good? Yeah, the bastard. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so I'm thinking the ring thing might be quite a cool idea. So let's go back into this. It's good to call this product. Let's add a circle. 7 on the number pad to go into the top view. And then just change the amount. Maybe we'll do one closer and one further later on. That could be cool. If we select edit mode, all the vertices, each extrude and then outwards. And then I would say edge select, alt select to select the whole ring, the outer ring, and scale it in a bit. Now we've got this sort of like Saturn looking planet, which is quite cool. I'm thinking maybe I could add, like, if I shift D, right click to put it back to where it was, maybe like an inner ring. And then inner ring there. That could be kind of cool. I could add some rotation to these ones maybe. That's quite cool, I like that. If it was an animation, I can make them spin and stuff, but maybe add a little bit of like variancy to make it look kind of cool. Complete just off the rim, or off the rim, off the, I don't even know, off the. So basically, the workflow is kind of like you've got model, texture, and then rendering stuff. So you've got the actual model of the object. You've got the texturing, so what materials you're going to use. Are you going to get anything? I can get stuff from Google, textures and things like wood textures, metals. You know, apply them to my mesh. And then rendering, so like what's the background going to be? Is it just going to be nothing? Is it going to be like a picture in the background, which I can get from Google as part of the rules? Or is it just going to be like a colored background like this? But then you need to set up lights and everything and make sure the lights. So there's rendering. So there's modeling first, texturing, and then rendering. So I need to make sure that I assign correct amount of time depending on the model. So this is kind of cool so far. I'd maybe make all the rings like smaller, maybe the bottom one. You know, maybe this one a bit larger, like this. I'm thinking maybe I'll add one. I can always delete if I don't like it. I can add a ring. Add a circle. Change the rotation so it's on the side, and then going like round the top. So it's kind of like the bridge in Halo. Maybe give it a little bit of rotation, right? And then you know the bridge in Halo where in the opening screen in Combat Evolved. So just get my inspiration from anything right now. It's definitely giving off some like sort of planet vibe right now. Then actually let's change the rotation to 90 again, and we just extrude out sideways, make it a bit thicker than the last one, and then rotate it. So see what I mean when I said the yeah, I like that. Let's add a subdivide to this one though. Smooth it out. Do the same with the other ones. I don't know why, but I always go to 4 when I subdivide. It's just a habit. Sometimes it depends on the model, really. You could probably get away with 3, but 4 is just what I like to go with. I'm thinking I kind of want to spend a good amount of time on texturing, so I might just leave the model like that for now. And if I want to add anything later, I can do that. Because I kind of want to spend a good amount of time texturing. Because I feel like I could make something pretty cool with the textures. Like maybe like an earth sort of vibe. Bloody hell. Something like that. So right now, I'm gonna give a couple of things. We're gonna move on to the. I'm gonna actually do. Although I said modeling, no, I said modeling, texturing, rendering, but I'm actually gonna do modeling, rendering, texturing, because I want to set up the render tab first now, get the lighting correct, and then I want to spend a good amount of time on the texturing. So I think I could do something pretty cool with some of the textures on here. I could do like a metallic look, I could do like a glowing look. So I want to get started on that now. I know I'm being picture the whole time, but I don't care. So. I make this the background. I'm actually going to do like a rough, sort of like, for now I'm going to do limited roughness to get the reflection. So that's a good tip if you ever want to get reflection in your background. And then I'm going to add your world tab. I'm going to do my standard. So environment texture, mapping node, background node, sorry. Mapping node maybe later, to be fair. Mix shader in between the background and the world output. Environment texture to the top background light path. Camera ray to the FAC. Let's get an HDRI up. We're going to do our standard at the moment. Actually, no, let's not do standard. Let's do different ones. Let's do a different studio HDR. See one that's a bit more out there. Not this one, you see. So I'm crunching. Alright, let's add, as I just said, a texture and mapping coordinate to move the environment texture around. I'm thinking of actually trying a lot of different HDRs. City skyline one here. That looks pretty cool. Need to turn it up though. We can go like industrial pipe sort of vibe. Very like grey to warehouse. We can go with like a standard studio light one. And then move the Z axis on this and mount down to 1.25. Want to move the camera down a bit, just slightly. Up a little bit more. And then what we can do from the object, the background, we can make that sort of like any color. So we can go with like a sort of light blue vibe, get the sort of earth vibe going, or we could go like deep red, or we could go dark. Let's go with dark at the moment. I think that looks quite good. I like the little tint of red that we got going on. Gonna move the HDR with the Z axis on the mapping node. That's the Y axis. But actually, I think if I move, I just want them reflections out. Right, I'm gonna make the object rough again. Go into world. Let's try this one. Turn it up. Turn the background to something different. Going back to that like NFT style thing now. Let's move the camera down. Alright, let's get to work on the materials. Quite happy with that lighting. So I'm thinking like, first we do a metallic. Oh. So we'll go metallic all the way up, pretty much a little bit further down, roughness down to get the reflections. Pure white for now. Oops, just made a new one. There you go. So it can get pretty difficult when you start adding reflective materials, because it starts reflecting the background, the environment texture, sorry. Okay, then what I want to try is this quite cool idea that I just thought of about 5 minutes ago, which is add where's it gone? A UV sphere into the middle. Right. First of all, I want to try like this. I want to try one that like a small one that glows in the middle. See if I like that. I'm thinking orange. I'm thinking like up to 10. Yeah, that's kind of cool because it lights up the ball from the inside. But I think it's too big at the moment. I'm thinking also what I could do is layer weight. Okay, this is quite cool. Add a mix shader. Right, mix a emission with a principal shader. Layer, not into the fact. I think layer weight here facing color might not be though. I actually have a Blender file. I don't know. I don't know if this is against the rules, but this is my work, so fuck it. I don't know. I'll set a rule later on whether I can go into a different Blender file. Here it is. This is what I wanted. Okay. I was just checking. I was just having a look, just so you know, for the good of what we're doing here. Fucking layer. Flu. Layer weight. Goes in here actually. Layer weight and a color ramp goes with it. Fresnel, color. And then that's where I went wrong. And the emission actually goes just down here by itself. Emission can be orange. Color can be like black. And then you want to add one of these in the middle. Add these with it. Let's subdivide this. Let's turn the metallicness up. The roughness down. Emission up to 10. Oh, whoops! I think actually if I go color ramp facing down, color fact, bring that in. Yeah. I can then get the sort of if I add a noise texture, a bump node to the normal, factor into height. Oh, that's cool. Some sort of like liquid thing is actually kind of a sick idea. Make it bigger so you can see that. And then let's change this. Make sure we save. I think right, let's change the background. Let's go with the black. It's kind of cool. If we make it like the world black too, I don't know how much that actually changes in anything. Might help it a bit. If it helps a tiny bit. Make this like darker. I like what we've got going on here. This is cool. Let's try different colors. I like this. This is nice. If we can scale that down a bit, maybe. Nah, I think as it was good. Up on that to 12. The color's like a little bit more fluorescent. It's like an eye in the middle. It's quite cool actually. Yeah, that is kind of sick, can't lie. And then, okay, let's add. I like this. I like what we're doing here. I like this a lot. Turn the contrast. Let's maybe make the darkness of the metallic shader down. It gives that more like eerie, dark vibe. Let's play around with some lighting. Just make a new collection called Extra Light. It's always good to make sure that you name your collections the correct stuff. The reason I'm putting this in a separate collection is if I don't like any of the lighting, or if I want to try a render with the lighting and without the lighting, I can just easily turn it off because it's all in one collection. Let's go with an area light at 100, and let's give it that blue vibe and start shining it from here. See what it looks like. I like how it puts a little mark. I like lighting on the ground. I feel like maybe higher might be a good idea. So now if I take a look at this, right, I remove it, put it in, remove it, put it in, remove it, put it in, remove it. I prefer it without. Sorry, that's nice and easy. Extra light. I think what would look quite good though, maybe, let's see, if we had a light and another area light actually. You light it up on the background and we make it orange. Gives it that little something extra if we go plant this on the other side and rotate it as well. Maybe make this one pink. Now without, with, without, with. The pink doesn't fit as much, makes it look more like a disco then. Without, without, without. Can't tell which one I prefer at the moment. Right, a couple things I see that I want to change. So 90 degrees on this. Let's make this wider. Thicker than it was. That feels worse. What I'm gonna do, right? So I'm gonna render this out. I can do this mid. In the end, I'll have one render, but I can do multiple on the way, can't I? Yeah, sure. I'll make my own rules. Alright, so let's make a new progress folder within our folder. Progress folder is alive. Obviously, this eats up my render time there. This eats up my hour time there. But like this color should be less black. It's not that white though. And it should be like yeah, that's better. Come on, man. It's gonna eat up into my render time, into my overall time. I've got 24 minutes. It's getting there, it's getting there, it's getting there. I know what I want to do. I've decided something I want to do. Well, first of all, I prefer this on 1 to start with. Second of all, we need it like a bit whiter. A little bit darker than that though. Basically, I want to make these 3 up. I'm gonna give them some thickness so you can actually see them. Yeah, that's better. You can actually see them now. Same with this. It's gonna be that way. Let's try this. It's got to be rendered by the hour. Oh, voice crack. It's got to be rendered by the hour, so obviously now rendering time is a factor. I'm gonna change the title 1 sec. 3D render. Actually, I'm gonna go Blender 1 hour challenge. One-hour challenge. Blender render. Yeah, it's better. Oh wow, yeah, that's looking much better. It looks much cooler. Oh. Taking his time, but I do want to render it good quality because I want it to be a good thumbnail and actually post it on like social medias and stuff. So I want to try another background after this. I'm being silly. I might as well look for it right now whilst rendering, because it's going to be a slow render anyway because OBS is open. I can use backgrounds. No one said I couldn't use a background. But it needs to make sense, you know. No, typed in depth of field, but it's come up dog. Definitely won't be using that. Alright, let's focus. Well, actually, let's see if we can do it within Blender first. I can make photo editing adjustments as well, but am I going to have time for that? I don't even know. Not even sure. I can already see I kind of want to change the hue color slightly of the ground, make it a bit more blue than a little bit green that's going right now. Do I have time though? I'm not sure. Let's see. It's a cool object. I feel like it's looking at me. I feel like I've got direct eye contact with this all watching eye, creepy looking thing. It's just staring at me. Yeah, man, that's cool. I like that. Come on. No, I might have to photo edit for time. No one said I couldn't. I might have to just photo edit the next one, because I'm gonna do one without the colors on the bottom. I might just have to photo edit that. All right, come on. Almost done. It's looking really cool. Cool little object. Okay, save progress. 1. Okay, we're back. We're back. So take them away. Make the background like a little bit wider. I kind of want to render that again. If I could do it. Now after that, what I want to do is, can I do that? I think I'm gonna make it a dynamic sky background. I'm making it like black, but let's see. See if I have time. It does actually have that sort of like like liquid looking on the eye in the middle, but you can't actually see it from here, which is a bit disappointing. But oh well. Definitely without the color, it looks more industrial. Without the colors on the ground, it looks more industrial than artistic. How much time we got? Okay. I want to try one with the blue background as well. And then I also want to try one with the cloud background. Do I have time? How long are they taking to render? 3 minutes. Oh god, it's gonna be close. I'll take 5 minutes each. 1, 2. Oh, it's gonna be really close. Okay. No more changes to the model then. Might not even get photo editing changes, to be honest. And then I'll have to pick one of them to use. I think I actually prefer this one, not gonna lie. It looks more like, I don't know, it looks more clean. Makes more sense. Come on, I haven't got long, come on. Come on. It's because I put the render. Actually, I don't even think I put it on. Oh, yes, running on my CPU. That's so stupid. That, and I put it on optics render denoising. Probably could have gotten away with not using that with this model, to be honest. Probably wouldn't. I can't see how there can be that much noise. There's not that much geometry. Probably could have got away with not using optics. I'll try it next render. See how much noise there is. I prefer this one to the one with the darker background and the colors. I think honestly, blue background might look really cool as well though. Blue background would take it from like sci-fi industrial sort of dark look. It's gonna take it to like an NFT 3D render art style sort of thing. Okay, save that as one of our renders. Let's take optics off. First one goes CPU. That's kind of stupid. And take that off. And let's change the object to bright. If we match the blue, turn that up. What if we, for this one, right, what if we swap the colors around? Alright, so It's really changed things up, hasn't it? Let's try this. We've got 10 minutes. It's actually pretty cool. Nine minutes. I've got denoising off now. I didn't need it. You can tell. Still taking a while though. That's pretty cool. I do like that. I like this too. Looks like a brain now. Oh, I just thought it was a good idea. Oh, let me don't let it render out. Oh, the time. Let it render. I'll let it render out. I'll let it render out. See what it looks like. I want to make this larger for this one, and then turn down the. Actually, change this. I think that one's cooler anyway. Just smaller. So what we want to do is make this black again. Try something random like orange. Alright, and then what I want to do is, this is finished. No, it's not. It's stopped. Why is it stopped? It stopped. Guys, it stopped. Fuck. Alright, just save it. I don't have time. I don't have time. Just save it. I'll just crop it. Yeah, I'll just crop it. It's fine. Alright. Plane. Alright. Shading. Create dynamic sky. World dynamic 1. Alright, now what I'm going to do is make this black. Make this black. Make this. That is pretty sick. I've got 5 minutes to complete this. Okay, 5 minutes. We got this. Sky color definitely black. It's the horizon color. What's the? Yeah, it is. The horizon color changes so much. Four minutes. Oh, I've got such a good idea. I don't know if I've got time for it though. Quick. I don't know if I have time for it though. Plane. This is such a good idea. Oh, do I have time? Do I have time? Do I have time? Ocean. Quick. Quick. Water. Roughness down. Transmission all they are. Do I have time? Quick. Okay, go on the modifier. Repeat Y 4 times. Resolution to 20. Scale as fine as it is. View distance of the camera needs to go up. Camera. Clip end. Needs to be like 5,000 meters. If I make like a blue sky. The whole thing needs to be smaller. I got 1 minute. Oh my god. If I start the render, let's just say if I start the render before the timer, I can let the render finish. Okay, now panic. It looks like a little Star Wars drone thing. It's so cool. Oh, I've got a better idea. No, I don't have time. I don't have time. I want to make this sand. Oh, wait. How do I could do that now? Quick. Oh, I got 30 seconds. I got to start the render. No, no. I want to make a sand though. Literally just a little bit lighter. Literally just a bit darker. I got 10 seconds. I got 10 seconds, everyone. I got 10 seconds. Just render it, just render it. Okay, 2 seconds. I just started. No, that's such a good idea, man. Okay, I'm done. Okay, that timer is really loud. Okay, stop. Stop. Okay, finished. Well, we did press render, so we're gonna wait for this one to finish, and then we're gonna have a look what we got. We made some cool stuff, I think. The sand was just such a late idea, but I thought, oh man, that's such a good idea because it looks like a drone out of Star Wars, and I thought Tatooine, and I just thought all these things, but I didn't have, I wasn't quick enough, and everything. I'd like to expand it and have like, obviously, if I really like a render, I'm just gonna continue doing it like outside of the series. Like I found like, oh, that could make this really sick, then I'll do that. But I could have had to like sand, grain, and stuff. Obviously, there's no time for that in an hour, but. I mean, it's still pretty cool though. I mean, it's the the ground isn't quite the reflectiveness I was looking for. It still kind of looks like water rather than sand. But how do I even make sand? Like a sand shader at least. I'm not even sure. Blender sand texture. June.
Keep going. In fact, transport material to a sandy color. Like, oh my god, I got that spot on first time. Wow, geez. Okay, anyway, so we got the sand color. Let's go over to the noise. Play around with the scale. Find the detail on the sand. So once you've got your scale and detail settings sorted out.
Oh, it looks so cool though, man. Alright. Let's just render this out. But I have an hour. No, it looks so cool though. Alright. Let's let this water one run out. And then for the sake of just it looking cool, I'm just gonna do a sound one, but I'm not gonna include it in the 1 hour thingy. I'll just include this one.
Change the roughness. If you go all the way up to 1, it's going to be super fine.
I don't know why it's coming out all.
This is pretty much waves and dune. A lot of blend of waves of around with the roughness. The number. That's
It's actually pretty simple. I just didn't have enough time. I just didn't have enough time. I was panicking. The sand dune is such a cool idea, man. The sand. Oh no, man.
Let's go 150, nice and easy. Cool. Looking pretty good. Now.
Texture mapping, noise, bump. Yeah, makes sense. I mean, it still looks like water. It looks way too much like water. Okay, for the sake of not doing it for the challenge, but come on, we all want to see it with sand. That look pretty sick. So let's just save this one, which is what I got. And come on, let's just make sand quick. Yeah, only take a second. It's because the roughness is still. I left the roughness on. Oh no. Okay. Bump. Noise. texture coordinate, texture mapping.
Now let's change the detail, bring that up to about.
Yes. Now that's what we wanted, boys. This is what we wanted. Alright, and then I'm sorry, but it looks so bloody cool. Right, the problem right now is way too bright. I need okay, I'm gonna play with this. I'm gonna play with this in a bit because I think I could actually make something really fucking cool out of this. But I'm gonna do that as a separate thing. I think I actually want to add like sand in the background and like make this actually really cool. Make this like a drone sort of Star Wars sort of thing. But I don't have time for it in 1 hour. So what I've created is super cool. This is gonna go up as a YouTube short and a YouTube video. So subscribe for that. Make sure you get notified. And yeah, peace.